Hey y'all, sorry for the late update. I've been trying to shake this migraine, but let's get into it. Today's cross-examination in the Diddy trial was intense. Tenny Garagos spent hours pressing Jane on her messages, her gifts, and her continued contact with Sean Combs, trying to raise doubt about whether this was abuse or a toxic but consensual relationship. Let's break it down. Garagos introduced messages between Jane and another man, Cabral, that followed what Jane described as hotel nights with Diddy. These nights included talks of lingerie, freak bags, rhino pills, suggesting she was actively planning these encounters. Garagos read messages where Jane said things like, "All I have in my mind is your passionate lovemaking, and what we have is special." She sent selfies and she loved him and thanked him for birthday gifts. When asked if she liked the diamonds he gave her, Jane said, "I just wanted Sean." There were mentions of trips to Turks and Caicos, watching porn together, repeated ecstasy use, and even coordinated travel for other men under Diddy's encouragement. Something we have continued to hear about. It was complicated, messy, emotional, and Garagos pushed hard to make it look consensual. They even played a voice recording where Jane and Diddy were emotional. Jane later broke down on the stand while recalling a message she sent, quote, "You make my child so happy. I love you." I can only imagine how that made 50 Cent feel. The defense is clearly trying to undermine Jane's credibility, but the prosecution may argue this actually shows how trauma bonds and manipulation can make abuse look like affection, especially in toxic, high control relationships. After the jury left, the judge said Garagos is expected to finish cross tomorrow. The government will then call its next witnesses, Andre Lamaze, Jonathan Perez, and their first summary witness, Miss Sankar. Prosecutors say they'll likely rest their case by next Friday, maybe even as early as Wednesday. There was also a legal skirmish. The prosecution said that the defense opened the door to Jane's prior consistent statements, specifically notes she wrote before receiving immunity in 2024. The defense objected, arguing those are not admissible. Then came a back and forth about the Mann Act charges. The judge asked about it, and Combs' attorney said that the government only told half the story. The judge ended the day saying he would look at it. This case is far from over, and the dynamics are only getting more complex. Follow me for your updates with all facts and no fluff.